You're going to love this. Trust me.
Guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Josh, the Dragonball Junkie. It's been a while since we did a theme deck Thursdays for the Dragon Ball Super card game, but today we're going to do it. We got the Black Brawly deck, the old school Black Brawly deck with new Z Leader, Z Awaken support. We got an interesting build here. I'm going to try to utilize the Brawly promo card that came out recently. Try to use the Z Awakening, bust out a lot of big battle cards, rip our opponent's hand, hit them with a bunch of double strikes, crits, and then bust that secret rare Brawly out, which is now very affordable thanks to the most recent anniversary box. So you can get you one of these for real cheap and use it in this deck. Let's get into the deck list real quick, and then we'll show you some gameplay. Let's go. All right, guys, so this is my current build. The videos that you're about to see of the gameplay, the deck was slightly different, but I've been working on it while I test, and I've been changing it up here and there. So let's go through what the cards are. All the basic cards first. We've got this one-drop Brawly. This allows us to search for our secret rare. Very good card. This is our secret rare, Brawly, Ultimate Agent of Destruction. The goal of this card is we want to get our life down to 1, play it out. We have to get rid of all the cards in our hand to play it, and we have to make sure that a Brawly card with energy costs of, or a green battle card, energy costs of 7 more, is removed from the battle area. This can be done with our leader. The way our leader works, on the front side, he's not that great. When this leader card attacks a leader card, you may choose 1 card from your life and place it in your drop area. If you do so, place up 3 cards from top of your deck in your drop area. Then your opponent chooses 1 card in their hand and places it in their drop area. So we're bursting. We're filling our drop. We have a little bit of Overwhelm here, just, you know, a free Overwhelm to rip a card from their hand. Also, this Demigra is a Overwhelm card that we can get out. That if we Dark Overwhelm it, we're usually not going to be Dark Overwhelming it. We do have a lot of black cards, but if we get 5 black cards, we can Dark Overwhelm them so we can stay out and just keep attacking and ripping cards from their hand. We're kind of doing some hand control strategies here for mid-range. We got the Zamasu that we can put on our Brawlies and rip cards from their hand. But the main goal of the deck, well, also we have this Brawly. This just allows us to get our secret rare out of our drop if we mill it. Our super combo is just a black sparking super combo because we're going to have sparking pretty early since we're bursting. We have a lot of negates. This negate will allow us to take our life. We need to make sure we can get down to 1 when we play our secret rare. This negate allows us to take our lives. We've just got some situational negates, max power Kamehameha and petrification, one of those. We've got Protector of the People. Our hand size doesn't get huge in this deck, so a lot of these negates make us pitch cards, but they just allow us to be more defensive until we can get our game plan going. We got the Oceanus, so kind of a floodgate for black to keep them from attacking us too much. We've got the green Unison. This just allows us to also, again, self-awaken, get our life down real low. If we get this Unison out, it enables us to play the Frieza, so we got some Friezas in here. The Paragus is just an extra way, other than our leader, to pop a battle card so we can make stuff happen, get our secret rare out if we need to. But the main core of the deck is these Brawly cards up top here. So we've got 12 Brawly cards with Evolve on them. 4 of this, 4 of this, 4 of this. Our goal is to we can't really, this is going to be RNG, but we need to get one of these cards. We need to have one of these cards in our life, hopefully. And we're trying to build the deck around this card. A lot of people, when they first saw this card, they're like, what's the point of it? It's kind of weird. When this card is played from your hand, your opponent may look at your life. If they do draw 2 cards, your opponent chooses up to 2 cards in your life and places them in their drop area. You add that many cards to the top of your deck to your life and shuffle your life. So it seems weird. Why would they ever want to do that? Well, if they know how this deck works, they will want to look at your life because they want to get those big Brawlies out of your life. But if they don't, because they don't want you to draw cards, they don't want you to draw 2 cards, so they don't look in your life, you can get this guy out for 1 energy. His energy cost is reduced if your leader card is black. Get him out for 1 energy, and then when you have 2 black energies a little later in the game, you can use this card to take a life, crit a life, and then look in your life and evolve a Brawly card on top of this card. So hopefully you're going to be able to find one of these guys or one of these guys in your life. But if you find this guy, it's fine too. You can evolve him, and then he reduces the cost of evolving the bigger guys on top of him if you have it in your hand. and they have to KO a battle card when they play it. If they don't, or if all their cards have barrier, then they get to rip 2 cards from their hand. So that's pretty good, more hand control. But once you get these big guys out, you can start swinging with them and doing the damage to them. This is a critical, potentially a dual attack critical, or a critical where you get to look in their hand and pick a card out specifically. So that's very good. You can get rid of floodgates and things like that. Or this big guy that just rips 2 cards from their hand, and he's a big double striker. So you got this guy that allows you to get these bigger guys out from your life, drops your life down, and then with your Leader's Awakened side, you can use his once per turn, choose 1 card in your hand, place in your drop area, choose 1 of your opponent's battle cards, and KO it. But what we want to do is we want to Z Awaken with this card, and this allows us to place 1 non-black card from your battle area in its owner's drop. So this lets us pop one of our big brawlies to get our secret rare out. Also, when this card plays, it's very cool. You discard 2 cards from your hand when you Z Awaken, and you play 1 SS3 Brawly Saiyan Berserker from your drop, ignoring its permanent skill. So this is going to throw people off because this card was always, you could only use it in a mono green deck. It had to be mono green, but since it ignores the permanent when you use your Z Leader skill, you can ignore this permanent here, play this guy out. So you get a 35k single striker, and when you play it, you choose another green Brawly card in your hand, energy cost is 7 or less, and play it. So you play this guy out. I probably need to find some room for some Brawly rings in here, just because if I can get 2 Brawly rings in here when this is played, it allows you to take up to 2 cards from your life. So if you really need to get down to 1 for your secret rare, this will allow you to take 1 or 2 cards from your life, get some more cards in your hand. If you have the Brawly ring, I don't have the Brawly ring in here. I'm trying to keep the deck as close to 50 as possible because we really need one of these 12 cards in our life. But if you can make room for the Brawly ring, more testing, we'll try to get it done. But so you Z Awaken, you play out this guy. It lets you play out one of these 2. Then you pay the 2 energy for this guy, evolve another one of these guys on top of him. Now you got a 35k, maybe a 30k critical dual attacker. You got a 30k double striker that rips cards from their hands. You got your leader, which is now a 30k double striker because it's Z Awakened. And if you get down to 1, you take all the cards out of your hand. You get a dual attack double striker, 40k that takes all the cards out of their hand. At that point, you're winning the game. And that's pretty much the game plan for the deck, is just Z Awaken this guy, one of these big guys, use his skill, take a card from your life, get another Brawly from your life, evolve it on top of him, and then play out the secret rare. And at that point, you have a battlefield filled with big, strong Brawlies that are going to do a lot of damage, and you've ripped their hand quite a bit. If that doesn't kill them, you pull out the Zamasu on top of one of your Brawlies, rip another card from their hand, you overwhelm for a mirror, rip another card from their hand, and that's pretty much the game plan for the deck. So let's get in the gameplay right now, boys. All right, guys, I'm going to narrate this game for you. We're playing against TCG Newcomer with a blue Krillin deck. So, spoiler alert, this game, TCG Newcomer, I don't know if they get disconnected or if they just give up and quit, but they're going to end up leaving before the end of the game. But I will show you what I planned on doing in what I think would have been the kill turn. First turn, I charge a Mass Power Kamehameha. Ideally, you want to get 2 black energies out. Maybe not as quick as possible. If you want to do 1 black, 1 green like I just did, that's fine, because your greens will allow you to play out that 1-drop Brawly so you can try to start finding your secret rare. Then turn 3, you want to play another black so that you have 2 black energies so you can do your promo Brawly, which I have in my hand right now, which is Brawly Unknown Power. We got our 1-drop out. You also need to make sure that you get a SS3 Brawly Saiyan Berserker into your drop area. before you start doing the plays. See, in this video, I was using the Piccolo Unison. I switched to the Demigra because it's only one specified green, whereas the Piccolo is 2 specified green. And I use 1 energy to play out the Brawl of the Unknown Power, because I don't feel like he's going to pressure me much in the next turn, so I'm tapped out. And I don't mind losing a lot of life because we need to get down to 1. Swinging, no response from his leader. I'm going to combo off this Brawly so I can put in my Z energy. So we do need some Z energy so we can Z Awaken. So now we have our 2 black energy so we can use this Brawly skill, this activate main skill. You want to try to do this early so that you have a high life total. So we have to crit a life, and then we get to look for a card in here. We have the big Brawly. We evolve him on top. Now our opponent loses 2 cards from their hand, and we have a 30k double striker on the board. And we're going to go ahead and swing with that here in a second. He's deciding which cards to take out of his hand. Now I'm thinking this is the first game I played with the deck, so I'm trying to make sure I sequence correctly here. We're going to awaken our leader because we're at 4 life. And I believe I attack so that I can combo a Saiyan Berserker into my drop area here. I swing. I believe we're going to get him down. We got him down to 4. His hand is getting big. Now I'm thinking about just going straight into my awakening, my Z Awaken right now. If I decide not to, we're going to hold out for 1 more turn. Super comboing. I'm probably going to put that into my Z energy. He's at 3 energy. Getting his Piccolo out there. And on the next turn should be our kill turn. He's down to 2 life. Big hand. We're going to petrify that battle card. I think it was a dual attacker. I didn't want it to keep attacking, so we petrified it. And I had to pitch a card, so I go ahead and pitch. Because of the petrification, I had to pitch a card, so I pitched the SS3 Saiyan Berserker. Now it's in my drop, so now it can play when I Z Awaken. So I'm telling him, just give me a second. I need to make sure I sequence right. We're going to charge the Unison because... Or no. Charge the Brawly. And we have 2 green energy, 2 black energy. And in a second, he's going to leave the game. But we're going to Z Awaken here. Once we swing with that first, just to get him to waste a negate. He doesn't want to deal with a big 30k double strike. Now I'm just making sure I sequence correctly. That's what's taking so long. It's first time with the deck. So I use 2 energy to Z Awaken. Now I get to play the SS3 from my drop. He says, wait, you can't play that. You don't have mono green. I say it negates its permanent. And then I get to play another 7-drop Brawly from my hand. So I'm going to play that big boy that's in my hand. And once he realizes what's about to happen, he drops out of the game. We get a Brawly the Supreme Berserker out. And he quits. But I'll explain what I was about to do right now.
He left. Oh, I was about to stomp him. So hold on. I don't want to leave yet. Where'd he go? He got scared. He got scared. He had 2 life left. Decent hand. He was about to have to ditch a card for this, reveal his hand. I was going to rip a card out for this. I was going to have a critical 30k, a 35k, my leader swing, which is a 30k. And when I swing with my leader card, I place this in my drop, which makes him warp a card. So he would have lost one card that I choose out of his hand. One card would have went to the warp. This would have gone to the drop. This would have came out. I would not have gotten the effect for 1 life, but I would have a double strike dual attack 40k, a 35k, a critical 30k, and a 30k leader swing. and I would have drawn a card, I believe. And I would have got rid of one of his battle cards. I would not have got to draw a card for swinging. Dang, he left because he knew what was about to happen. He was saying I couldn't play this because of the permanent, but this card ignores the permanent and allows you to play this card. When this card comes out, this card comes out. And then when I swing with the 30k leader, double strike 30k leader, by the way. Double strike 30k leader, I pop that card that I swung with. I get to bring out my secret rare, which is dual attack double strike. So I had double strike 30k, or I would have swung single strike critical. Or no, I would have swung double strike 30k, then I would have swung double strike 40k, double strike 40k. Then if he had stopped all that somehow, he would have 2 life left. I would swing with the critical 30k and then a 35k. I have the ability to combo. 10. Nice. I think we got that game. I'm pretty sure we got that game. So that worked out perfectly. All right, now we got one more game with our old buddy Mario. Mario's always down for a game. And this time I think I kind of mess up with my charging, but it turns out okay. But he's playing Androids 17 and 18 Diabolic Duo. Is that what that leader's called? So we charge a green here just because I want to be able to get that Brawly and search. You want to do your promo Brawly, the Unknown Power, ideally on turn 3. So you want to charge a green and 2 blacks. If you want to do it earlier, you can charge 2 blacks and do it earlier. But when you don't have that green energy, you're not going to be able to play out your searcher to find your secret rare. In this early testing, I don't have the Brawly Invincible Agent of Destruction in the deck. I found that card later and added it to the deck, but it's very good because if we burst our secret rare, we can grab it back. So I'm charging, we're attacking, we're aggressively taking life. This deck's kind of a glass cannon because you're aggressively taking your own life. Your broken plays cost life. 2 life. Your Brawly the Unknown Power is going to crit a life, and then it's going to evolve a Brawly from your life on top of it. So you're going to lose 2 life when you do that. That's why maybe early game you might want to keep your life total high until you do your play. But you also need to make sure you can get your life down to 1 when you do your secret rare. Your secret rare is still strong if you're not at 1 life. It's still a dual attack double strike 40k, but you really want to rip your whole opponent's hand. You don't want them to be able to stop your secret rare play. See, we have 1 green and 1 black. We're going to play out our Unknown Power here. Now, Mario knows what this card does. He knows what this deck does. He's played with it against me before or a similar deck. So he does look into my life because he wants to get all my big Brawlies out of there. Even though it allows me to draw 2 cards, I think the play for the opponent is to look in your life, let you draw the 2 cards, and make sure they have no big Brawlies. Now, granted, even if they take all the big Brawlies out of your life, you get to add whatever they remove from the top of your deck back to your life. So there's still a chance, you know, say you have 2 7-drop Brawlies in your life. They look in your life, they take out those 2 7-drop Brawlies. There's still a chance that you might put some from the top of your deck right back into your life. In which case, that would be excellent because then you get to draw 2 cards and you still have a big Brawly in your life. We've got the Paragus. The Paragus is just in the deck just to give us an extra way to pop a card to make sure our secret rare can get out. Maybe if we're not awakened for some reason and we can't pop a battle card, we can use the Paragus to do it. And it lets us draw a card. And we're swinging. So we're at turn 3, but we have not... My life is getting down low. My life is already down to 3. I don't think I actually used the Brawly, the Unknown Power, in this game. Just because Mario runs my life down too fast. Or I played it, but he looked into my life and he took out the Brawlies and then he killed it. He's playing a very strange deck. Multicolored androids. He's got that Brawly Zenkai Z battle card out, which I also run that Z battle card. I forgot in the deck review to show our Z list. We have one of the Jiren the Immovable. Just to, I think it deals with unisons. And yeah, it helps us remove markers from a unison if there's a pesky unison out. And then we have 2 of the Frieza, Resurrected Ambition. Usually these Z battle cards really aren't that important. I don't play them much in the deck, but that Frieza is pretty good because then when we attack with our Brawly, we get to rip an extra card from their hand. And then I added 2 of the SS Brawly, the Demon Revived, which that's good because it can help us take life. I think we can take up to 2 life with that card. No, we can take 1 life with that card. So we just need make sure we always have Self-Awakeners when it comes time to use our secret rare, so we can get down to 1. Mario's coming hard. We used the Oceanus. We blocked with it. So Mario can't attack too many times or he'll mill himself out. All right, this is turn 4. This is when we can usually do big things. We've got 2 green energy and 2 black energy. That's when I first made the deck and I had that Piccolo unison in there. That's what would be the ideal energy color setup. But now you only really need 1 green for your searcher and for your unison. But a second green is okay. We play our searcher. We get our secret rare. We found off of our searcher. Perfect. Top 7 search. And you can grab a secret rare. That's broken. That's really good. Now we've got 3 energy. I'm just trying to make sure I sequence right. So if you see my Z deck there, I have the Vegeta, the black Vegeta in there. I took that 2 black Vegetas out for 2 of the red-green Brawlies. The only reason the Vegeta was in there was to help me get my life down when I needed it. But the Brawly does the same thing, and it's much stronger. So I like the Brawly better. All right, there we go. We Z awaken. We get the Berserker out. We get our other big guy. We're ripping his hand. Before I swing, I don't want to risk, anything crazy happening. So before I swing with that Berserker, I just go ahead and pop him, play out my secret rare. Now I've got to get rid of every card from my hand. Probably would have been smart to maybe attack first, combo off cards, just so they're not wasted cards. But now we have a big double strike 30k here. He's got 3 cards in his hand. He responds with a negate. And then we've got a big double strike 30k from our leader. This game comes down to it. It comes down close. He's got 2 cards in his hand. Swing with the leader. No response. He has no negates. And I think he combos out of this one. I can't see his life, but I think he's at 4 life right. No. Yeah, he's at 4 life right now. His first swing with the secret rare. He takes it. He goes down to 2. Second swing with the secret rare. No response. And
All
we
right,
got
guys, that's it for this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you think of the deck. What would you change about my list? It still needs work. Definitely needs work. Some of these cards could probably be taken out, but I like it. It does well. Best of 1. It's going to catch some people off guard if they don't know what it does, and it can win you some games. So I like it. Probably not great for a tournament or anything, but for a theme deck Thursday, it is a fun deck. And that's it for the video, guys. I will catch you next time. Peace.